Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and to a brand new speed build video. I haven't posted in a while. I don't know if anyone has noticed that I've been gone, but basically I've just had to have a little short break because I've recently started a new job and I've just not really had a lot of time to sit down and actually build on The Sims. So I kind of feel like a lot has happened since I last posted, which is like well over a month ago. But I thought, obviously, I don't think there will ever be a point where I like completely stop doing videos. It has always been that I just do videos as and when I can, and I never really like bothered to stick to a schedule or anything. But I have got a few videos pre-recorded. I just need to find time to do like voiceovers, and I thought I'd just have this video just to kind of update you guys on like where I've been and what I've been up to and like the future of my channel. So, and thank you, I just want to say a big thank you to anyone who has subscribed whilst I've been away. It's always nice to see that I get new subscribers, especially when I'm like not posting regularly, so thank you all. So yeah, basically I think the future of this channel, just because like at the moment like I said, I've just started a new job, and that job means that I don't actually have much time anymore to spend on building. Like with my old job, I used to do shift work, so it meant that I would have some shifts where I wouldn't start until like the afternoon, which was perfect in a way because then I'd kind of like spend my mornings for that, building and doing my voiceovers. A fun fact about me is that I cannot do these voiceovers with other people in the house. I just find it really cringy sometimes that I am talking to myself or to the computer. So I prefer to do it when my boyfriend's not around and I've just got my little dog in the background listening. But unfortunately, I don't really get that. I don't get that privacy, or I don't get that time where I'm alone that much anymore in order to like actually record them. So my thoughts is that I'm going to start doing some videos where I don't do a voiceover and we just play it out to music. I've seen like a lot of channels do that, so hopefully you guys won't mind. I do find sometimes that voiceovers can be a little bit waffly if you don't really have too much to say. So I think all in all, I think it's potentially like a good idea to like change it up a little bit, because I think like since I started this channel, which is like over a year ago now, I've just pretty much been doing speed build videos and like obviously trying to do a voiceover each time to the videos that I do. I do find it quite hard and it's quite time consuming as well. So basically, yeah, the aim is to do like, not every single build will have music, but some won't have a voiceover anymore. I also tried to like switch it up a little bit by doing like a let's play challenge. So my not so berry challenge, I do want to continue with that, although I find those quite hard to do because like when I play The Sims, I am quite quiet when I'm doing it, so I don't always like talk. So I am wanting to get some more not so berry videos out. I just kind of feel like they might not be as entertaining as people may find speed build videos. So I'm hoping by putting music to the speed build it will help me get more content out, but hopefully it should also be quality content as well, especially because I'm struggling to find any time at the moment. So I've got a few videos pre-recorded. This one, however, is a little series that I'm going to do. It is basically focusing on seasons. So another new thing that I feel like I've been playing with seasons for quite a while now, and in truth it did come out quite a while ago, but here we go. Here's the first build that I'm doing using the seasons pack. So my next couple of builds, or a few of my builds, will be featuring the seasons. This one is my autumn build that I've done, and I kind of so basically the way that I did it is that I was kind of building this house, and I was like not really too sure what I wanted to do with it, so I was just, you know, doing the outside, always using like a reference photo, and then it wasn't like until the end I decided that actually it should have an autumn theme to it, and that each house that I will do will represent a different season. So this is like sort of kind of like a lodge, although it's been decorated as a family home like a lot of them will be, but I quite like it because I've not really, so it's like it features like a lot of different like designs that I wouldn't normally go for, so I'm quite pleased with how it turned out. One thing that I will say about seasons is that for me it has brought back my love of playing the game, and I think even when I was doing like the screenshots for this build, it is kind of like it is a completely different game. It's like just renewed the whole game completely. So with the screenshot, it's like there's clouds. It's just something really simple, but it's like there's clouds in the sky, which normally when you build in Willow Creek, you know, you've got the bright blue sky, which, you know, it's just all summer. So I have really thoroughly enjoyed playing with seasons, because it got to a point where I just didn't really play The Sims at all, apart from my current household, but I'm having a lot more fun with it now. It just completely adds like a different element to the game, is what I find, and yeah, I'm just really enjoying it. When recording this voiceover, I have yet to experience winter. So far I've been playing with my current household, and so far I have experienced the summer, which mostly brought rain, and then we've had autumn as well. So when I next get round to playing, hopefully we can have winter and Winterfest. I think that's going to be so exciting. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on that. With what I really like as well is the items that come with it are really nice. So this build is basically a base game and seasons build, apart from at the very end I kind of forget that I was doing a restricted build and I put in accidentally some other items. So it kind of starts off as a restricted build, but then unfortunately it is not. But yeah, the items that come with seasons are just amazing. They have lots of nice little items that I love, and I'm sure I'm just going to use them over and over again without fail. So for example, I really like all the like little plants that you get. One thing I wish we did have more of were pictures for the walls. You kind of just have that one picture that comes in a lot of swatches, which is one good thing, but I really wish that we had some different sort of wall decorations, wall pictures. We do have lots of like, they gave us some nice what they called, some like nice flowers for the walls, and that's all really nice, and like some decal bits. But yeah, my one little niggle with this is that I would just wish for more paintings for the wall, because I kind of end up using all the same ones each time. But yeah, so I'm going to talk about the build a little bit. Half of this house is built on a diagonal, which it's one of those things that you kind of remember that you shouldn't do after you've done it, and at that point I'm just like, nah, I'm not going to change it. Also, really annoyingly, is that when I first started this build, we still had that little glitch with the lag of placing wallpaper on the wall. So thankfully, because this build has been sped up, you can't see it as much, so that's all good. But yeah, because this kitchen is on a diagonal, nothing really sits properly, which is really annoying. But all I can say is that it is a lesson learnt. And I kind of learnt that lesson as well when at the beginning you may have seen I try and put my front entrance on this diagonal bit, and then realise that you can't put stairs on a diagonal either. So it's one of those things that you just have to adapt. So for the kitchen, I've gone with this lovely purple theme. With a lot of the swatches that come with the items, they do come in this really nice purple swatch, so I think it all just ties in very nicely. But yeah, I didn't really want to go for like a super modern look with this house. So it is quite lodge themed. You've got like stone walls and like wallpaper and all that. But yeah, I really like it. I kind of, I've always got in the back of my head when I'm building is that this build needs to look different to my previous build. Like, I can't just like do the same sort of builds each time. And I think I've achieved that. I think with my last build it was like a modern minimalist apartment, so this is obviously a lot different, but I think with especially with doing these different seasonal builds, they all kind of need to look different. Also, so I don't know whether this, so basically I've never used this lot before for building, and when I started building on it I didn't realise there's just this really weird greenish tinge to it. I don't understand why that is. Thankfully, when I came to do the screenshots, it seemed to not be as apparent. I don't know whether it's the weather set was just a bit dodgy, perhaps. I don't know. But it's definitely this lot has some weird lighting on it. And yeah, it was a bit, I had to kind of because I think I had it set as, I don't know what season it was set at to begin with, but when I changed the season, it was still a bit funny. So I suppose one of the things when it comes to building with seasons is that you kind of have to, you can't change it halfway through your build. So I think it would be really, really handy for one day to have, I don't know, a season changer in build mode when there's no one living in the house, maybe. It would just make it really, you can change the time of day. It would be really handy to change the season as well, I reckon. So the main room, so this is quite an open plan area. So what I like is that, in fact, it's even open plan to the kitchen as well. The kitchen is kind of just opens up with a sort of archway rather than having a wall with a door. So I quite like how open it is, and even though yellow is more of a spring colour, I think the yellow works really nicely. It kind of just brightens the whole area up, and I think it works really nicely with all the browns as well. So you kind of, as you come in, you kind of have like the main living room area. You've got like nice fireplaces. This is why it reminds me so much of a lodge, because you've got your nice fireplaces, your stone walls. But yeah, so you come in, you've got, then you have, when you come in and you go to the right, you have a nice little, another little sit down area with a grand piano, because obviously what lodge would not have a grand piano? And then you obviously go through to the kitchen. I wanted to keep the back nice and open with the big windows, because I kind of feel you do actually have like quite a good view from the back from this house. So why not, you know, look over the lake and everything and take it all in. And also, like, I've kind of like sculptured the garden, which I don't normally do. It's normally like a swimming pool, but I really tried hard with the landscaping this time. So it's quite nice. You've got, obviously, because it's seasons, you've got like the whole new sort of like the gardening skill has been revamped. So obviously with this house, I just wanted to make the most of everything. But yeah, oh god, so I'm forgetting to talk about the glass roofs that we have, which is a very cool addition. I think every build that I've done so far has included a glass roof, and I also think any build that I do in the future as well will also have a glass roof in it somewhere. I'm finding, I don't know, I just kind of feel like I have wanted to put in like little like Velux windows, as they're called in the UK, into like all my builds that I've done, and I just kind of think it adds like just a completely different element to it. So it's really cool because like it basically means that, as you can see in the garden, like we can have like a conservatory or like a proper greenhouse, but also like the lighting as well, it shines down and it just kind of gives off this like really cool effect, which I just really like it. It kind of like opens up different possibilities of what we may have in the future from The Sims as well. So this was a free update, which, you know, it did happen quite a while ago, but obviously I've not been able to mention it yet because this is my first video after my break. But it's just really nice to see that kind of like the Sim Gurus will listen to us and like what we want. I'm like not a massive gamer, so I'm not too sure if this like happens in other communities as well, but I kind of feel like, you know, sometimes like especially on Twitter we will ask for things and then they are just delivering. So yeah, I'm actually really happy about these glass roofs, and as I said before, they will feature in a lot of my builds. Even if it's just like a little tiny glass roof, I'll manage to fit it in somewhere. So we are just moving on to the sort of like greenhouse area. In terms of gardening, I've not really been able to have much of a play with the whole new gardening skill since it's been revamped. It is a lot harder now to grow plants because you have to be aware of the season. Obviously you've got some vegetables or fruits or whatever you're growing that can only grow in, for example, winter, or you've got some that can only grow in the summer, and it's kind of made it like a lot harder if you want like an easy way of making money. So my way is normally to make snapdragons or snap fruits, I can't remember what they're called, and you do that by cutting together snapdragon with a strawberry plant, and you make these really expensive plants. But I was trying to do that for my current household and it took me forever to find a snapdragon that was in season, because I think they can only grow in the autumn or something very silly like that. So it's a lot harder, but obviously if you have your greenhouse then you can plant them inside, or I think as long as the plant is sheltered from the season then it's okay. But yeah, it's definitely a lot harder, but I think it's a well-needed change. And it's also good that, you know, little bits like that can be updated as and when it's needed, because like sometimes, you know, it's just a little bit outdated, and it, like sometimes it kind of needs, like the particular parts of the game kind of need a little bit more thought to it. But we've moved upstairs now, just doing one of the big bedrooms. So this has, I think, a total of 4 bedrooms. One of them has been converted into a study. But basically, you've got 2 big bedrooms. This one has a lovely fireplace in it, and the other one has an ensuite bathroom. But yeah, with the decor in here, I've tried to go for something completely different to what I would normally do. I, at the moment, am really loving using dark furniture or dark flooring and bits like that, just to add a different element to it. I think, as I said earlier, it's very easy just to do the same thing with the interiors each time, and it's quite nice just to like switch it up a little bit. But we've got this very nice printed wallpaper, which I never really go for. It's normally the sort of style that I go for is a sort of like modern look with like nice clean white or grey walls, or like a light blue. But I thought we'd just go with something like that. And I think because at this moment I am still doing the whole seasons and base game, it obviously means that the wallpaper choice has been from seasons, from the base game, I mean. The second bedroom has a fireplace in it as well. I kind of forgot about that. But yeah, the second bedroom, I don't know which one you would classify as the ensuite. I don't know which one you would classify as the master bedroom in this one. Just because the one on the side that I've just done is a lot bigger than the other one, but the second bedroom that I decorate in this build, I end up putting in a ensuite, so I think that may be classified as the master bedroom. As you may have just seen, I kind of just like nipped down and put more autumn decorations around, just because it was decided a bit later on that this would be the autumn build and that I would be doing a speed build for each season, even though they're basically just family houses, really, just with a little bit of seasonal decoration. But yeah, this bedroom, I really like this bedroom as well. Again, it's just completely different, and I really do try hard to just do something that is a bit out of my comfort zone. I do like putting fireplaces in bedrooms as well, because I just kind of feel like it's a nice cozy feel to it. And like if I was to live here, which is what I always think about when I'm doing these builds, if I was to live here, would I enjoy this room? And I think with this one I would definitely enjoy this room. But yeah, obviously we just add in the little touches that I usually do. I think that's something that you can't get away with if you don't use CC. Then you kind of find yourself using like the same clutter items all the time. But I do try and mix it up a little bit. It's kind of, I think, at this point where I forget about doing a space game / seasons build, even though I am going to name it that way. The hallway, I think, is where I kind of like struggle to find items, so I end up putting in random items into there. So I think I end up putting in a sofa from Parenthood, which kind of, unfortunately, kind of spoils it a little bit, and a few other items from Parenthood, but oh well. And there we go, there's City Living in there as well. I think we'll just ignore the fact that I've kind of forgotten about that, and we'll just pretend that God, it's all over the place. We'll pretend that it is still base game and seasons. I don't think anyone needs to know. So I've kind of decorated the third bedroom as a child's bedroom, in particular a boy's room, just because I find it sometimes quite easy to do like girls' rooms. I still don't have any of the sort of like the children's stuff pack or the toddler stuff pack, so I do find doing children's rooms quite hard at the moment, and that a lot of them will look the same. But I don't know, I kind of feel like without those extra items it's a little bit harder to do. Or maybe it's oh god, so I don't even think it's no, I didn't decorate it as a child's room, because I kind of put like what I would classify as a bong in the room. So it's like a teenage guy's room, and I think he would be the one who's kind of into like the whole gardening. So I put some seed packets on the floor, but I think also it will be like more recreational gardening, so maybe some illegal plants in there. Final room is the study. Obviously I kind of feel like every room should have a study. If it's a big house and you need that spare space in there. But yeah, so this is pretty much coming to the end of it. Just kind of finish off with some of the final touches around the room, just get all the lighting correct. Of course, Patchy the scarecrow is at the front of the house, so any gardening needs he can help out with. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching this video. I will see you next time on my next one. I hope you enjoy the screenshots, and I shall see you later. Bye!